teacher, assessments are, formative assessments. And to me, Imagine Learning is a formative assessment. They're playing, they don't know, they're being tested, and they're being tested. And I have all that information to inform my instruction. So my ESL instruction is more accurate, more to the point, without wasting my time.
In order for us to test or to examine the relevance of a program, we actually need to look at data to determine if it's made an impact on our students, and not just that it feels good. Here in our district, our goal is for 80% of our students to meet our expectations, and of course we have high expectations. Looking at our local assessment, which is the WIDA Access, for those students that are not using Imagine Learning, we have 53% of those students meeting our expectations. We have noticed that 74% of the students that are using Imagine Learning are able to meet our expectations. So with our goal being for 80% of our students to meet those expectations, it's clear that Imagine Learning is heading in the right direction. Our expectations in terms of student growth on the WIDA Access is at a 0.5 level. Based on our data, we noticed that those non-users of Imagine Learning, they had an average increase of 0.57, which meant that in general, they were just barely able to meet our expectations. For those users of Imagine Learning, there were significant increases in terms of their gains. They far exceeded 0.5, and some went as high as 1, 1.8, 1.9, and even 2. Well, the expectations for our students that are using Imagine Learning is they use it 30 minutes, 5 days a week. So we looked at 3 data points. We looked at students that are using Imagine Learning less than 5 hours during the time period, and those students that used it from 5 to 10 hours, and then those students that used it 10 or more hours. Those students that used it for less than 5 hours were not able to meet our expectations, and that's in a year's time span, so they virtually weren't on the system. Those students that used it 5 to 10 hours were able to meet our expectations and go a little bit above those expectations. Those students that were on Imagine Learning for 10 or more hours were able to significantly exceed our expectations. If they're using Imagine Learning 30 minutes, 5 days a week, they will clearly meet the expectations that the district has set based on the WIDA Access.
This year we have our access scores. I never have the growth that I have this year. It's amazing. I have 1.7, 1.5, 1.3, 0.9. It is very impressive. The only difference, they have the same teacher, we use the same curriculums. The only difference that I have seen is the Imagine Learning.